Namaskar, hello and welcome to CIET NCERT's special live phone-in program webinar on ICT. My name is Tanvi Khurana and today our topic of discussion would be bridging divide through DIKSHA. We are going to understand how are we bridging this divide through DIKSHA from our experts, and if you want to reach us, then please give us a call on our number 8800440559. And you can participate, you can register in this program. All you have to do is go to ciet.nic.in, the website, and register yourself. I'll let you know the process towards the end. And yes, let me tell you that if you have any questions and you want to send it through email, then training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in would be the email ID. You're watching us at PM eVidya channel number 6 to channel number 12, and also on our YouTube channel, which is NCERT Official. In the live chat box also you can write down your questions, queries and share them with us. Our experts and me, we are here till 5 o'clock discussing the topic bridging divide through DIKSHA. So we'll try and take up your questions towards the end of the session. So keep on sending your questions, we'll be definitely waiting. Let me introduce you to our today's experts. We have with us Professor Indu Kumar. Welcome, ma'am.
Namaskar. Thank you, Tanvi.
Ma'am is from Central Institute of Educational Technology, CIET NCERT, New Delhi. And we also have in our studio Mr. Arvind Gupta. Welcome, sir.
Namaskar.
Namaskar. Sir is the program lead from NCERT PMU. And I welcome our experts once again in our program. So let's begin this discussion, and I would like to begin with a question by Indu ma'am. Ma'am, why exactly did you pick this particular topic, and what do you mean by bridging divide? What divide are we bridging through DIKSHA here?
Yeah, that is a very basic question that
Yeah.
we need to understand when we progress further on today's discussion. Actually, we all know that India is a multicultural, multilingual society. We have a lot of the diversity is also multifarious, not only multicultural, multilingual, but we also have geographical diversity, linguistic diversity, diversity on the basis of the socio-economic diversity. We have population which is characterized by having all kind of resources, be it resources related to their day-to-day living, or be it the access to educational content. So, and there is a population of students which is a deprived population, though they don't have access to best of the educational resources and best of the facilities in terms of going to posh schools of this country. So, such diversity characterized by language, geographical location, their economic condition, and the places they are located in, creates a kind of divide in knowledge impartation also, in the access of educational content and best quality of content also. So, providing equitable quality of education becomes a big challenge for us. So, DIKSHA is envisaged as one nation, one platform kind of an initiative, where this initiative is open to everyone, and the content which is there on DIKSHA is available for free to every citizen of this country, be it a teacher, a parent, or students at large. So, that is how the divide which is created by the pluralistic nature of India, we are trying to bridge that divide through the initiatives which have taken up through DIKSHA. The very name suggests a digital infrastructure for knowledge sharing. So, we are sharing knowledge, and that too for free, and we are also trying to meet quality of content also, quality of whatever we disseminate through DIKSHA. So, that is why we have chosen the topic of today's discussion as bridging divide through DIKSHA. So that is it.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, would you like to add something here?
Yes, ma'am. I think very nicely explained. You know, I mean, talking about India diversity, and you know, referring to so many important things. These are very vital. And I would say education starts, you know, when child is born. So now it starts, you know, maybe in the 2 years, 3 years time. And what I meant is I'm referring to foundational literacy. So I would request you know, when we talk about bridging this divide, then if you could tell us, you know, I heard about Nipun Bharat Mission, which was National Education Policy Initiative, NEP,
Right,
I mean,
right.
also talks about that. If you could please tell us about
Yeah.
Nipun Bharat Mission.
Yes, very right. It's a very good question when we are discussing about the divide that we have in our country. The Nipun Bharat Mission is an initiative, and now we have Professor Sanwal also with us. So can we make arrangement, because of some reason she was she stuck up somewhere, so she is there to throw some light on the Nipun Bharat Mission. So yeah. By then I would talk a little about foundational literacy and numeracy and the vertical that we have on DIKSHA on foundational literacy and numeracy. So Nipun Bharat Mission is a mission to take foundational literacy and numeracy in a mission mode, because that also creates a divide. I already spoken about that we have in our country the population which we consider as haves and the population have nots. So same is manifested in terms of achieving learning outcomes. Children, those who have access to all kind of sophisticated resources, have everything, and they are far ahead in achieving learning outcomes. But those who are characterized by come under the population of have nots, so they somehow lag behind in achieving the learning outcomes in basic foundational literacy and numeracy, which is very crucial to attain the goal of Nipun Bharat Mission, and it also impact the entire schooling of those children when they come to class, when they enter in class 6 after completing their primary education. So it is seen, and it is also evident from researches that children who is entering in class 6 lag in basic foundational literacy and numeracy, hence they lag behind in entire future schooling also. So that is why in NEP 2020, the developing foundational literacy and numeracy has been taken up in mission mode, and there are a lot of initiative, lot of efforts which is going into this effort of developing foundational literacy and numeracy through this Nipun Bharat mission for foundational literacy and numeracy. So under DIKSHA also, to provide the good quality content, there is a separate vertical which has been developed, and we have a lot of quality content for teachers and for students under this vertical of DIKSHA. So we will be also watching in the course of our discussion how to access all these resources using a DIKSHA portal. So now I would like to request Professor Suniti Sanwal, who is heading Department of Elementary Education, and this particular initiative of foundational literacy and numeracy under Nipun Bharat is being taken care of under her headship in her departments, along with the team which she has. Professor Sanwal, over to you.
So, So NEP 2020, as you all know, has expressed concerns that the children are not able to read at their grade level and do the mathematics. And therefore, NEP 2020 suggested that foundational literacy and numeracy has to be started in mission mode. And Government of India on 5th of July launched this Nipun Bharat mission, which is for promotion of foundational literacy and numeracy. Under this FLN mission, Ministry of Education has come out with a guideline which has administrative as well as academic aspects discussed. And it also provides a codified learning outcome, the expectation, and also the lakshas. So it is the expectation that what children should be able to demonstrate at the end of a particular class. So it has been designed for 6 years, that is from age 3 to age 9, from preschool 1, preschool 2, Balvatika, class 1, 2 and 3. And after this mission, Nipun Bharat mission was launched, NCERT has come out with a Nishtha 3.0 on foundational literacy and numeracy. And this Nishtha has 12 modules which talk of different aspects of learning. So it not just focuses on literacy and numeracy, but it focuses on the holistic development of the child. So 3 developmental goals have been outlined. First is children maintain good health and well-being. And under this major goal, the physical and motor development, the socio and emotional health, the nutrition, safety, hygiene, etc. is taken care of. And goal 2 is children become effective communicators, and it takes care of the oral language as well as reading and writing, and different strategies have been suggested. And the third goal is children become involved learners and connect with their immediate environment. And this goal actually takes care of the environmental awareness, mathematical thinking, and scientific temperament. So different developmental domains have been subsumed in these 3 major goals. And as per the recommendation of NEP, Vidya Pravesh module as well as guidelines have been launched, which is for 3 months, that is 12 weeks for all children entering grade 1. So that Vidya Pravesh has also been launched by NCERT. And FLN Nishtha has been taken by 33 states and 5 autonomous bodies, and it has been translated into 11 languages. And as of now, we are just doing it through DIKSHA. And but we are ready as the situation improves. We can have face-to-face training programs. And so these are the major initiatives that have been taken up. And Ministry of Education has constituted an academic task force at the state level and a national resource group at the NCERT level. And we are ready to provide all kinds of mentoring and hand-holding support if needed by the states. So I think in the nutshell, these are the major initiatives taken by
Thank you, Professor Sanwal, for enlightening us on this very important initiative, which is a far most important deliverable of NEP 2020, because it speaks about foundational stage. Until and unless children have good foundation, they cannot achieve their good in their future schooling and it also impacts their higher education also somehow.
Of course, and so there is this misunderstanding that Vidya Pravesh actually needs to focus on teaching of alphabets and numbers. But what we are trying to tell through Nipun guideline is it is the holistic development which is important, and it has to be a prerequisite to the formal learning. So you have to give everything activity based, experiential, play based, including toys, stories, etc. So that is the emphasis which is given in NEP.
So for this initiative, as far as DIKSHA is concerned, to bridge the divide it is also very, very important to disseminate quality digital content, which is accessible to all the teachers, to all the students, and to all the other stakeholders of education. So, as we all know, today's topic is also bridging divide through DIKSHA. So, we have a separate vertical on DIKSHA, wherein we have housed a lot of digital resources for teachers and for the students. So, it is also very, very relevant here to know how to access these resources. In the previous sessions, we have already demonstrated the kind of resources that we have, and we are also in the process of topping up this vertical with good quality resources. So, it is a continuous process. So, I have a screencast video, a small video which demonstrate how to access quality digital content for foundational literacy and numeracy. So, can we play the video?
Let's now learn how to explore FLN resources on DIKSHA. For this exploration, I will take you through the DIKSHA platform, where you will find these resources on FLN vertical. Open your browser, type the URL diksha.gov.in. You will land onto this page. By clicking on Explore, you will land onto the page shown on the screen. By scrolling down, you will get developmental goal-wise e-contents for preschool 1, preschool 2, preschool 3, class 1, class 2 and class 3. Let us now click on to Explore below class 2. You will get a drop down showing 3 developmental goals. Now let us click on to developmental goal 2. You can see all the learning outcomes listed on the right hand side, and on the left hand side you will see the first resource, which essentially will be a resource listing all the key competencies related to a particular developmental goal. For example, in case of class 3, you can see key competencies of developmental goal 3 on the screen. Let me read out the learning outcome. Identifies relationships with and among family members. Aligned to this learning outcome, you can see an infographic titled as Rani's Family Tree. So that is how one can explore FLN based digital learning resources on DIKSHA. Hope you all will have a very pleasant learning experience exploring all these resources on DIKSHA. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I think it was very, very nicely explained, the way it was explained and showed here how are we leveraging DIKSHA. And also Professor Sunidhi Sanwal, she explained it in a very beautiful way, that the importance of foundational literacy and why it is so important and how are we leveraging DIKSHA on this. So, ma'am, when we talk about bridging the divide, so bridging the divide, I am sure, is focusing on the on the bigger ambit, because now we talked about foundational literacy, we talked about age between 3 to 8 years, classes, grades up to 3. But then how do we address adult education when it comes to bridging the gap? So would you like to please help us, with that? What's your thoughts, views, initiatives, and how do we address adult education?
Through DIKSHA.
Through DIKSHA, and when we are talking about we need to bridge the gap.
Yeah. So yes, it is a very valid question, because adult education is also, adult population is also a very large population in a country like India, which already is a very largely, hugely populated country.
Right.
So to make this adult education also productive citizens for the country is another goal which is characterized in NEP 2020. And NCERT has been given this responsibility to develop content, develop curriculum, focused curriculum framework for adult education, and also have quality content for adult education and lifelong learning. So, when we are talking about adult education is not just catering to the called adult illiterate population. So, under the ambit of adult education, now as envisaged in NEP 2020, children from the age of 15 onwards, and adult literate or illiterate, both kind of population is being taken care of. Because literacy nowadays is not just limited to the learning about language and numeracy, or being educated through a formal schooling system, but literacy have a multifarious it has multifarious dimensions, because nowadays digital literacy is also, acquiring digital literacy is very important for all the children and also adults of this country. Apart from this, if the population is illiterate, foundational literacy and numeracy is applicable for adult population also, and the population which is educated, but there are lot of areas of knowledge like financial literacy, critical life skills, and other forms of knowledge which need to be continuously topped up by acquiring new knowledge in these fields. So, and also the population which contributed to this country for a long time, now they are retired, but they want to become lifelong learner by learning the topics of their interest, areas of their interest. So, that provision is also there. So, can we go on to the adult education vertical so that we can see what all we have for this adult education. So, like we have developed a separate vertical on DIKSHA for foundational literacy and numeracy for children from preschool 1 to class 3. We also have a separate vertical for adult education to bridge this divide, where some citizens of this country are productive and functioning well in the society, but there are some who are lagging behind as far as their health and hygienic conditions are concerned, in terms of their basic livelihood is concerned. So, here we can see the areas of it. If we click on to explore, we get the areas of concern for adult education. So, we have foundational literacy and foundational numeracy content on DIKSHA for adults. Then we have content on critical life skills also. Then we have content for vocational skill development and also content for basic education. Then also for continuing education. By continuing education, we mean that we have content for them for lifelong learning, the courses which appeal them, which interest them. Like a housewife wants to learn some cookery course about cooking, or also she wants to earn some extra income. So, there are such vocational, small vocational courses also which will be there on this particular vertical. Right now, there is limited content on this vertical because it is still evolving. We have just begin developing it, and soon we will be having content on all the areas of adult education. So, this cell is also housed in Department of Elementary Education. Since we have Professor Sanwal with us, So I would also like her to speak a bit about adult education also.
So, this is a cell has
About,
been
you can
a cell
talk
has
about
been
cell
created,
which is established,
which is dedicatedly working towards adult education. And a whole lot of, like we are developing resources for foundational years, we are also developing a lot of resources. For adult education.
Yeah, so we get a lot of resources from the department on adult education also. So we can have a look on some sample resources which we have for adult education. So can we play a few resources on adult education, so that our audience get to know what kind of resources we are having? We can play a few video. Can we start from foundational literacy and numeracy vertical, so that we get to see the content on foundational literacy and numeracy of for adults, and that is not the same which we have for foundational learners from preschool 1 to class 3, because for children, to teach children we use pedagogy, but to teach adults we use andragogy. So the resources for adults are andragogically structured, not pedagogically structured, although the area is the same, that is foundational literacy and numeracy. So let us watch the video. So can we move on to the next video, or scroll it a bit, forward it a bit? Fast forward में we can move it.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. आज हम सीखेंगे दो नए अक्षर ई और ई। इमरती, इमली और इमरती में है ई। अब बारी है ई की। खेत में खड़ी।
So next video, we can now play next video. Just the purpose is just to have little glimpses of the kind of content that we have. Can we play the next video?
यह हम सबका विश्वास है, आपका भी, हमारा भी। साथियों नमस्कार, मेरा नाम है शारदा और मेरा नाम है घुमंतु। आपका नाम क्या है? आप जो साथी हमारा कार्यक्रम देख रहे हैं, अपना नाम जरूर बोलिए। संकोच कैसा? आप शायद अपना नाम लिख भी लेते हो। अगर नहीं लिख पाते तो अब सीख लेंगे। आप अपने साथ एक कॉपी, नोटबुक, पेंसिल कुछ भी जरूर रखिए। उस पर अपना नाम लिखिए, कुछ बनाइए। यहाँ देखिए, लिखे हैं नाम ही नाम। शायद आपका भी नाम हो इसमें। आइए पढ़ते हैं कौन कौन से नाम हैं। नीलम, सचिन, असलम, अनारो, कमला, शशि, आफ्ताब, देवी, सुषमा, बबीता, विनोद और ये अनवरी। आज हम मिलेंगे अनवरी से और उसके परिवार से। और मैं आपको ले चलूंगी बाजार। वहाँ हम देखेंगे फल, सब्जी, अनाज, दाल की दुकानें। कुछ प्रश्न पहेली भी पूछेंगे, बूझेंगे। पर ये प्रश्न पहेली होगी उन अक्षरों से जो हम आज सीखेंगे। अ, आ और सीखेंगे 1 से 9 तक के अंक लिखना। हम आ गए बाजार में। आप यहाँ क्या क्या देख रहे हैं? आपके घर के पास कौन सी दुकान है? देखें।
offer 2 videos for a series Saksharta Ki Dagar Par. So we also have content on critical life skills, which talks about life skills like financial literacy, digital literacy and other such aspects. Can we have a poster also, because there are some posters also on adult education, like we have interesting poster on digital literacy. So we can also have a look at the poster. So can we show that poster? So this is a poster on a desktop security, how to keep our device, if it is a desktop, how to keep it secure, what are the dimensions of security and how to keep it secure. So there are some videos also on digital literacy, but now I would like to showcase here 2 small videos on other critical life skills. So can we play those videos? So yeah.
अरे सुनो, ये नया जनरल स्टोर खुला है, चलो आज घर का सामान यहीं से खरीदते हैं। हाँ हाँ चलो चलो, ज्यादा डिस्काउंट भी मिलेगा। सोच रही हूँ आज चिंटू के लिए इडली सांभर बना लूं। अरे ये देखो, इसकी पैकिंग कितनी खूबसूरत है ना, दिखा दो। हाँ अरे बहन जी, आप पैकेट के पीछे की जानकारी देखे बिना ही सामान खरीद रही है। हाँ तो क्या हो गया, किसी भी प्रोडक्ट को खरीदने से पहले प्रोडक्ट पर उसका वजन, MRP, एक्सपायरी डेट, माल निर्माता की जानकारी चेक करना उतना ही जरूरी है जितना पैकेट के अंदर वस्तु का होना। और हाँ, यदि दुकानदार उचित वजन और माप के लिए सरकार द्वारा निर्धारित नियमों का पालन ना करे तो कार्रवाई भी हो सकती है, समझे? हाँ बिल्कुल समझ गए।
समझदार ग्राहक बनिए, धोखाधड़ी से बचिए।
So let us watch another video also, then we will talk about these. So can we play another video?
अंकल एक मक्खन की टिक्की देना। अंकल बाकी बचे 5 रुपए की ये वाली टॉफियाँ दे दीजिए।
मक्खन की टिक्की 50 रुपए की है, अगर टॉफियाँ चाहिए तो और पैसे दो।
देखिए अंकल, इस पर 45 रुपए मूल्य लिखा है, यानी हमारे 5 रुपये आप पर बाकी हैं।
लिखने से क्या होता है, तुम्हें लेना है तो लो, नहीं तो छोड़ दो। पूरी मार्केट में बस मक्खन मेरे पास ही मिलेगा।
तो MRP से ज्यादा पैसे लेने पर कार्रवाई भी आपके खिलाफ ही होगी।
अरे बच्चों, शिकायत की बात क्यों करते हो? ये लो अपनी टॉफियाँ।
अगर आपसे भी कोई सामान पर अंकित मूल्य यानी MRP से ज्यादा पैसे मांगता है तो आप दुकानदार की शिकायत राष्ट्रीय उपभोक्ता हेल्पलाइन NCH 1800-114-000 पर या 14404 पर या फिर www.consumerhelpline.gov.in पर कर सकते हैं। इसके अलावा edakhil.nic.in पर अन्यथा कंज्यूमर कमीशन में जाकर भी शिकायत की जा सकती है।
So as I already mentioned, under the ambit of adult education, we have children, 15 plus children and also adults. So these 2 videos were showing this population where children are being aware about their consumer rights, and also the another video was about housewives who are doing shopping from a general stores, and then another woman makes them aware about their rights as a consumer. So it is a critical life skill that everyone, be it a child or an adult, should possess. So such contents and lot of content on financial literacy is also being planned to be put on adult education vertical of DIKSHA. Even though we are educated, but still we lack in financial literacy. We don't know how to be an aware customer of bank and all such other financial dimensions. So these were some of the areas of adult education and the related content which we demonstrated for adult education. So yeah, that's
Certainly, ma'am. I think it was very, very informative. Lot of I would say worldwide data has also indicated that literacy has a high, I would say extremely, has a positive correlation with per GDP capita, I would say, per capita GDP, GDP per capita. So it's great to know that, you know, focus is all across. You also referred to multivarious diversity, and I am sure when we talk about multivarious diversity, then linguistic diversity, when we talk about, especially in a country like India, needs to be addressed. So I would like you know, to share your views and the initiatives taken towards that, leveraging DIKSHA. So that would be very helpful.
Yes. Yes, it is very rightly said that linguistic diversity is also something which creates a kind of divide as far as impartation of knowledge or accessing content is concerned. Because when we talk about content which is there on internet, which is there in the cyber world, a lot of content is there in English language. And in most of the Indian languages, contents are not there on internet. So that creates, in itself creates a big divide as far as linguistic diversity is concerned. But every last mile child or person has this right to have quality content in their own languages. So to bridge this linguistic divide, on DIKSHA we have contents in 36 languages, including tribal languages and also a few foreign languages. So that is how in one way DIKSHA is being leveraged to have quality content in 36 languages. Apart from this, we have already spoken about in our previous session that we have we also have states as tenants on DIKSHA.
Right.
So all the states and UTs have a space on DIKSHA where they can place their energized textbooks and other forms of content. So that is how leveraging DIKSHA for the states also, although we are calling it one nation, one platform, but the democratic and federated structure is also being taken care of. So all these 36 states and UTs, they also have their textbooks and contents in their regional languages. So that is how through DIKSHA this diversity is being bridged by having textbooks of all these states and UTs in their regional languages. Apart from that, we also spoke about NIShtha, the professional development courses for teachers, NIShtha 1.0, 2.0 and 3.0.
Right.
So these courses are developed by NCERT involving a lot of experts from across the country. Primarily all these course content was developed in English and Hindi, but later on all these contents were shared to the states and UTs which are there as tenants on DIKSHA, so that they can translate these courses in their regional languages, and teachers have this opportunity to take these courses, teachers and also administrators, because there are modules for administrators also to have these courses in their regional languages. That is how the linguistic diversity and providing quality content, equitable quality of content for the professional development of teachers on DIKSHA to bridge the divide.
Very, very informative, ma'am. Very informative that we are addressing the entire country, including all states.
And Bhasha Sangam is another initiative.
That's
where
great.
All the children of this country are being actually being given an opportunity to learn all the 22 languages which are listed in the 8th schedule of Indian Constitution.
Right.
So there are interesting activities, and there is also a quiz which is being run on DIKSHA to learn all these 22 languages.
And ma'am, what would you say, like we all know, we have seen pandemic, COVID, you know, I think it's very sad, but unfortunately it happened, and a lot of initiatives were also taken by Government of India, by education system, by ministry. So if you could please help us that, you know, how did we or what did we do when especially it comes to role of DIKSHA bridging this gap, you know, which came up during pandemic.
Yes. So during the time of pandemic, all the entire school system came on halt, because the children were forced to they were forced to be at their home only during the lockdown situation.
Right.
So during that time, through social media and through other means, by writing letter to the states, the DIKSHA was popularized, and a lot of content was housed on DIKSHA to cater to the educational needs of children and teachers. During that time only, Nishtha courses were also started online on DIKSHA. So for this initiative, I have a slide so that we can see what was the kind of uses of DIKSHA during the time of pandemic. So here you can see on a slide for 2020, when there was a lockdown, there was a time when 7,74,25,095 ETB plays were there on DIKSHA, that is energized textbooks plays were there on DIKSHA, and at one point of time 11,39,04,681 ETB plays were there on DIKSHA. So that shows that during the time of pandemic, how children and teachers were being benefited by the uses of DIKSHA. So we have another slide of the 2021, where 6,023,49,384 ETB plays were there, and also there were an average of 2 crore plus page hits on DIKSHA during the time of pandemic. So we can see the huge uses of DIKSHA for during this pandemic period. So that is how the divide was again bridged through DIKSHA, when children were remaining at home and they didn't had access to education, access to school, access to their teachers as well, because teachers were also new to online and digital education. So parallelly, initiative for teachers in terms of training them online, and initiative for students in terms of leveraging DIKSHA for accessing textbooks and other contents were being done. So we have some testimonials also for that, because we also tried to get feedback from our learners, our stakeholders, in fact, from teachers, parents and students, to know more about how they use DIKSHA, so that it is always encouraging to have such feedbacks. So can we play the testimonial videos here? One teacher, one student and one parent we can play.
Yes.
शासकीय उच्चस्थ विद्यालय शाजापुर मध्य प्रदेश में जीव विज्ञान के व्याख्याता के रूप में कार्यरत। जीव विज्ञान पढ़ाते समय मैंने अनुभव किया कि स्पेशली कक्षा 12वीं में जेनेटिक्स वाला चैप्टर कहीं ना कहीं बच्चों को थोड़ा सा कठिन लगता है, लेकिन जब मैंने इस चैप्टर को बच्चों को दीक्षा ऐप के माध्यम से पढ़ाना प्रारंभ किया, बच्चों ने दीक्षा के वीडियो, उसके ई कंटेंट आदि का उपयोग किया, तो हमने पाया कि बच्चों को उसमें काफी सरलता हुई, जेनेटिक्स के कॉन्सेप्ट उनके क्लियर हुए। दीक्षा में बहुत सारे ई कंटेंट अवेलेबल है जो हर क्लास के लिए उपलब्ध है। साथ ही एक शिक्षक के प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट के लिए हम जानते हैं कि ट्रेनिंग महत्वपूर्ण होती है, तो दीक्षा ऐप के माध्यम से हमने भी समय समय पर अनेक प्रकार की ट्रेनिंग्स को हासिल किया है और अपना डेवलपमेंट किया है। मैं हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री महोदय का हृदय से धन्यवाद दूंगा कि उन्होंने डिजिटल इंडिया कैंपेन के अंतर्गत इस प्रकार के संसाधन हम सभी को निःशुल्क उपलब्ध करवाए हैं। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, ma'am. I think it was, again, I always say it was very, very informative, and I would like to know, ma'am, I mean, you have addressed so many things.
Can we also play before that, before we
sure,
go on
sure,
to the
sure.
next, can we
Right.
also play testimonial of an student also? We can also take a parent as well,
Right.
because it's just a few second video.
मैं शाजापुर मध्य प्रदेश से हूँ। मेरे दो बेटे हैं, बड़ा बेटा 8th क्लास में है और छोटा बेटा 4th क्लास में है। दोनों ही सरस्वती विद्या मंदिर शाजापुर में पढ़ते हैं। मेरे बच्चों को पढ़ाई में जो प्रॉब्लम आती थी तो वो महंगे ऐप की डिमांड करते थे, लेकिन मैंने उनको दीक्षा ऐप डाउनलोड करके दिया। उस ऐप के माध्यम से बच्चों को पढ़ाई में बहुत आनंद आने लगा, बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ते हैं वो। और उस ऐप को पढ़ने के बाद जब बच्चों ने पढ़ाई की तो उनके जो कॉन्सेप्ट थे वो बहुत अच्छे से क्लियर हो गए। और मेरा स्पेशली मेरा छोटा बेटा जो 4th क्लास में है, वो लुकिंग अराउंड बुक पढ़ता है, तो उसके जो लेसन है उसमें एक लेसन है नंदिता मुंबई। उसने उस लेसन को हिंदी में पढ़ा, फिर उसको इंग्लिश में देखा वीडियो उसका, तो दोनों वीडियो देखकर उसको इतना आनंद आया कि अब वो जो सारे वीडियो देखता है, पढ़ता है, तो उसको बहुत इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है। मैं माननीय प्रधानमंत्री महोदय से को बहुत बहुत हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करती हूँ, उनको धन्यवाद देती हूँ कि उन्होंने इस तरह का वर्चुअल प्लेटफॉर्म हम लोगों को उपलब्ध कराया। धन्यवाद।
Okay, thank you. So this was a wonderful session. Thanks to you, ma'am, and thanks to you, sir. And we've got a lot of compliments, and they're thanking you. We have around 2100 viewers at this moment on our YouTube channel, and most of them they are thanking you, and they are complimenting you. And one of the persons, I would just like to read one compliment here, and Suresh Chandra Naik, he's saying special thanks to all the resource persons for designing the course material on adult education program. So maybe he has benefited a lot from this particular program.
So thank you very much. We all are there for this purpose only, to deliver all the recommendations of NEP 2020. So NCERT is there to just head towards this endeavor.
Absolutely. Thank you once again for being here, for discussing everything regarding how we are bridging the divide through DIKSHA, through the app. Thank you, and I would also like to thank Dr. Suniti Sanwal. She was here for some moments, and she explained a lot about the same. So thank you to her as well. And thank you for all the participants, viewers, for watching this session. If in case you have missed it, then please watch it again on NCERT Official, our YouTube channel. Tomorrow would be the last day of this online training program on digital infrastructure for school education, DIKSHA. And tomorrow the topic of discussion would be safety and security concerns. So please keep your questions ready. And right now we are wrapping up this particular session, but we are coming back with another special session of ours, that is Sayog, and the topic of discussion would be coping with offline exam anxiety. So keep your questions for this one as well, and till then take great care of yourself, take a short break, and we'll come back very soon. Thank you. Namaskar.